Hi everybody! So I have some really exciting news to share with you today on our Tubie2go video. For any of our viewers who have already seen our video on the hack to be able to pump feed out of the squeezy bottle, this is another extension for you to consider. So if you've seen the squeezy bottle hack, the intent there was to be able to give our tube feeding community an option to be able to reduce the number of plastic feed bags that are going to our landfill by recycling some of the tubing off those feed bags and then reusing it to pump feed out of a reusable squeezy bottle. Today I'm going to share with you an extension to that option where we are going to utilize a very similar hack so that we could pump feed out of the bFed system, which is also a reusable pouch option for our tube feeding community. So the bFed system has reusable Bolee bags which hold, I believe, just over 12 ounces at once. And they also have their small and large BoLink adapters so that you can hook up right into these reusable Bolee bags or the standard baby food pouches that are available at grocery stores, or the reusable baby food pouches that you could buy that have the same size tip that you can plug into. To be honest, I don't actually have the bFed system myself, but one of our Tubie2go viewers and followers was able to confirm for me and send me a video. So in this video, she is using whole story blends, which is a powdered, ready-to-go option that you can add to your home blends. But this bFed system hack is another great option for any of our tube feeding community who choose to do home blends, because you can do your blends, store them right into the Bolee bags or any of the reusable baby food pouches, put them right into the freezer, take them out as you need and thaw them, and then hook them up straight into the pumping reusable pieces that will show in the hack, which is a great option if your tube feeder is dependent on the slow rates of pump feeding and they aren't able to tolerate bolus feeding through syringes, which is why we are exploring options on how you can adapt pump feeding and still have an environmentally sustainable option. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I will add a couple comments at the end, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me.
So I'm going to show you how I adapted a Bolee BoLink, either the one that goes straight to the pouch, which is the one I use. You can also use the one that goes straight to the Bolee bag if you use those, and then it can go through the infinity pump once you're done with it. I don't use the Bolee bags typically because I do batch blends, but I do have some, so you can use them for like water or whatever you might want to. I typically will use one of these reusable toddler pouches. You can use any brand, it doesn't really matter as long as it has a spout like this, and that'll connect straight to it. So what you need is some scissors, obviously the pump I'll show you, the BoLinks, and then an infinity bag that you are already done with. This, I opened this one, but you can use one that you used recently and just clean it out pretty easily. And then what you'll get is you will get this piece by itself, which we'll show you, and then this part that all it does is you just connect it onto there like so, and it works really great. I had no spills or anything, and it's super duper simple. So the first thing you need to do is, let's get all this stuff out of the way, is you take the BoLink here and you cut off the part, the infit part. You want the part that goes into it, okay? So I just cut as close as I could to the end here, like so. And then you cut off the part that's connected to the bag, so you have this to go into the infinity bag or the infinity pump. So then you just cut that off, and then you don't need this part anymore. So like you can use one that was dirty or whatever. So now you have these parts here. All you do, that's the only part, you don't need the little tubey part or anything. Okay. So you just put the part that was on the bag, and you put that into here. You can kind of see that. You just push it in as far as it'll go. Like I said, I tried this with water first, and I had no leaks at all. And then I also connected it with, there we go. Okay, so then it's pretty snug in there. And then that way you have this already attached to it and everything. So this portion, when you're done, you take that off, and you can put it straight into your blend in here. This just opens up and you pour your blend in, and then that goes straight to here. Then you take your infinity pump, put it in just like you would anything else, and close it, and now it is ready. And you can just prime it using that. And then to clean it, all I did was just put some hot soapy water in the bag, and then just squeezed it through everything, and then it was really nice and clean, and I can reuse it, and I can go straight from, you know, the freezer. If I freeze it, I can let it thaw out overnight, warm it up some, and like kind of shake it and mix it up, and then I put it in, and we're good to go. I wanted to show you a little bit more about how the food actually goes through the pump after it is modified with the BoLink for the Bolee system. I was going to show you how you can actually use the whole Bolee system together for this hack. Again, you can use the smaller one for just like a reusable pouch, but I'm going to show you how it actually works with the Bolee Bag. And I was using Whole Story Meals, which is real dehydrated food made for tube-fed individuals. So it is a whole food, real food blend with powdered food, as you can see. So you get all the nutrients without any preservatives or high heat. It is cold pressed, and it is amazing because you can adjust the consistency you need. I just use one of these little blender bottles, and I like to use one of each of their blends to put in, and it makes it really easy. I've also mixed some of this with my frozen meals and that are defrosted, so you can do all kinds of things, so you can adjust it as needed. And one scoop of the Whole Story Meals is 100 calories, so it's super easy to calculate and make sure that I am getting all the calories in. So I just put it in and shake it up. Okay. Then once it's shook up, I set that kind of aside, and I'll put it in the Bolee bag here. And all you do is you just mix it in like so. And I'll put this lid on just so I don't make a big mess. And then I'll show you, this is the one that attaches straight to the Bolee bag. So all you have to do is clip this little piece off here. There you go. And attach it to the portion that you cut off the actual infinity bag, because they actually do make this with like this little purple attachment, but they're not readily available in the US for whatever reason. They are available in some other countries, but not really in the US, especially if you don't want to pay for out of pocket and you want your insurance to cover it. It's not readily available, but the BoLinks are. I got these through our insurance, through our DME, but the two DMEs that my daughter goes through did not have any of the actual infinity bags that have the insert in them, so I just do this. So you can see how kind of thin that is. I mean, I've done thicker than this before, but you can kind of see how the Whole Story Meals makes it a really good consistency for putting it through the pump, like this. So you just put that BoLink on there. And these are great because they're reusable and super eco-friendly. Then what you can do is, since I took that, I modified the bag, modified this part already, you can just put it through here. This is really good if you don't have the time to like push it through, or you're just kind of making dinner. That's kind of what I do for my daughter right now, is I just make her blended food, and I think it goes through really well, and there's no leaking where I modified it right there. Again, I'm just squeezing this Bolee bag to get it through. And so I think this is like the best of both worlds, where you can get a blended diet, or with whole starter meals, you can just shake it up real quick, and then you can kind of have some free hands. I mean, I have another child, and I know a lot of people have other children, and so this lets your Tubie get some awesome food, but yet go through the pump without having to use the bags, which I just find wasteful. If I already have one that I used previously, I can reuse it this way. And I feel like these Bolee bags and the reusable blended ones, toddler pouches, are easier to clean than the actual infinity bags. And like I said, with the other bags, I batch mine, and so I just use it, just thaw it out and do it that way. So I'm just gonna hit prime on here. You can kind of see how it goes through. And it's just dripping out, just like you would want it to. Just like that. So then of course you just prime your extension, put it in, and you're off to go. I love this hack. I use it right now on the daily. It is the best thing I have found so far to make my real food ahead of time, defrost it, use it, and I also love using, of course, my whole story meals because it makes it really easy and no guessing.
Hey everybody, so just a couple closing comments to wrap up this video. One question you may have on your mind is, okay, I've got the food in the pouch, I'm ready to pump out of it. What am I going to hang this bag off of? Well, bFed does have a solution to that question, and that is their Bolee Clip, which I see is available off their website. So with that clip, you could actually take a look at another product called the FreeArm. We have a separate review video on the FreeArm, which is an IV pole replacement that is portable. So take a look at that video. So the combination of a FreeArm as well as the Bolee Clip to hang a Bolee bag or any of the reusable baby food pouches that you can use with the large or small BoLink products will get you all set up to be able to pump feed out of this alternate sustainable pumping feeding option. The other thing I wanted to mention was that for my fellow Canadians, unfortunately the bFed system of large and small BoLink caps are regulated products, so they are not available for purchase from distributors or retailers in Canada at this time. So I know for me, when I find products that I love that are only available in the States, I am fortunate enough to live close to the border, so I will make trips stateside, and there are companies that are essentially PO boxes that will hold your shipments for you so that you can just grab them on the way back before you make your way back into Canada. So if you're going to take any trips down to the States, maybe consider doing that. Otherwise, for Canadians, Emily did mention in the video, and I will recap here, that another option in lieu of the small BoLink caps is something called the Infinity Spike Right sets. So the same company that makes the Infinity feed bags also has a product that's called a Spike Right set, which is meant to plug into reusable bottles that are in their system, but you could use it in our case to pump directly out of a baby food pouch, just like the one that Emily has shown in the video, the Baby Breza brand, but I'm sure it would work with any of the standard brands, as well as the baby food pouches that you can purchase directly off the shelf from retailers now. I think that sums up the additional comments that I wanted to make. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to us through the Tubie2go Facebook page or shoot us an email at tubie2go@gmail.com. I will post links below the video description to the bFed products, the FreeArm muscle, and anything else that I can think of that would be related to the video that you saw today. And the link to the Spike Right sets that I'm talking about for Canadians. I think for Americans, the Spike Right sets are more difficult to get a hold of, that most DMEs don't readily carry that option. And that's it. Another environmentally sustainable option for you to consider. And if you're looking for more tips, tricks, and hacks for tube feeding, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel today.